Hey, what's up and how's it going, everyone? Well, I'm so glad that you have took your time to spend with me right here today on the MRB Wrestling Review Show. I'm your co-host, Mike McRock Wilson, and last night was WWE Monday Night Raw. Let's get right down to it. The show kicked off when Stephanie McMahon called out the Big Show, and you see this back and forth dialogue between Stephanie McMahon and the Big Show, and the Big Show at this point in the storyline really portrayed his character very well. He just felt like he really didn't care what the repercussions was going to be after he punched Randy Orton the night before at the pay-per-view event Battleground. So with all that taken into effect, you can kind of see where Monday Night Raw is going to go, because this whole storyline has been building up to Big Show knocking out Triple H, which I will get to later on before the show closed off. And what happened during this exchange was that Stephanie McMahon fired Big Show. And like I said, the way he expressed himself after Steph told him that he's fired, he just really didn't care. He just went out and just said, hey, whatever, I'm done. And with all that being said, what's interesting is that, you see the Big Show come out with his ring gear on for that whole segment on the first part of Raw. He walks out, and you kind of wonder, okay, he had his ring gear on the whole time when he was out backstage, probably outside, God knows what. And then, you see him come back out in his ring gear, so odds are there's someone bigger that's behind this whole scheme with the Big Show coming back after he's been fired. What happened was, the main event was The Shield. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose taking on Daniel Bryan, Cody Rhodes, and Goldust. And what happened was the good guys won the match, and shortly after, and actually during the match, we see Triple H come out, and you wonder why he's coming out for this match. What's his purpose of him coming out? And then you got your reason. What happened was Big Show came out, tried to get to Triple H, only to have the Shield be in his way. Just for a little bit, he shoved them away. I love how that was done. I like how the Shield was beaten down on the Big Show, and then Big Show just goes up his arms, and the three guys just go flying everywhere. And kudos to Seth Rollins really selling that. He just went flying out of the ring, and the way he done it was so believable. It was like a giant really, towering over you and just brush you away like you're nothing. Just the way he flew out of the ring and go off camera was absolutely genius on the part of Seth Rollins. And then you saw the stare down between Big Show and Triple H, and then knockout punch to Triple H. The fans were absolutely amazed by the end of the show. I thought it was a lot better than the ending of Battleground, because that was done in a really weird way. And with that being said, the way they ended Raw was actually made up for the weirdness the night before. So with all that being said, I thought the way Raw closed off was absolutely incredible. Also to talk about on Monday Night Raw, we saw Dolph Ziggler defeating Damien Sandow, and we see this Money in the Bank curse going on with Damien Sandow, and I have a theory on what may happen with Damien Sandow probably in 3 weeks' time, and I will get to that later on. We also saw Natalya, JoJo, and Eva Marie defeat Alicia Fox, Xana, and Rosa Mendez, and from what I understand, that AJ Lee was sent home because she has concussion-like symptoms. I wish AJ the best. Get healthy, come back, defend the title, and be as crazy as possible and just win me over on Raw. That's the only little drawback that I didn't like on Raw, because AJ Lee, I think 50% of the show is what I really like to look forward to watching Monday Night Raw, and it sucks that AJ wasn't on. Get well, AJ. That's all I gotta say. Also, we saw Los Matadors defeat 3MB again, and I wish that Los Matadors at this point in their career faced another team, because it feels like 3MB are really getting the brunt of guys coming in and debuting as a tag team and going over them as well. So that really kind of sucks on the part of not only 3MB but Los Matadors as well. It really don't help them, achieve climbing up the ladder to the tag team division, because they face the same team over and over and over. I think at this point they should put it in a rivalry with the Real Americans, because how appropriate would that rivalry be? It would make perfect sense to put those four guys in a match and a good storyline to go along with it. And with that being said, we see what's his name? El Generico, something weird like that. The little guy with the ball. And I feel like at this point, enough is enough with that little ball. The spotlight really shouldn't be on him. It should be on the tag team of Los Matadores. And I think, this is kind of a bad sign for the new reboot tag team of Primo and Epico, because it's just not cutting out for only 2 or 3 shows that they've had in the past since they came back. I just hope it don't go in a direction where the bull gets all the attention and the tag team itself doesn't, what's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't really do anything for the tag team division. So that's the only drawback I see on that tag team. Also, we saw Ryback calling out CM Punk, and it turned into a tag team match. It was CM Punk and R-Truth defeating Intercontinental Champion Curtis Axel and Ryback. And at this point in CM Punk's career, it just feels like he's been taking a real step back and doing jobs for other people like Curtis Axel and Ryback. And I think, at this point, something bigger needs to be done for CM Punk, because every week, I talk about AJ Lee was one of the things I look forward to seeing when I watch Monday Night Raw. The same applied with CM Punk at one point in his career, but now it's just, whatever. So I think what needs to happen is that this whole rivalry with CM Punk and Ryback really needs to end soon, and I hope it's at Hell in a Cell 3 weeks' time. We saw that low blow finish at the end of Battleground, and it really just fell beyond flat, and there was no winner. The Ryback loss would hurt his career, and CM Punk really didn't need to lose. No, not the Ryback, so it's something had to give. So it was a weird finish. So I can understand that as well. So I hope this does end with CM Punk and Ryback going forth to Hell in a Cell. Hopefully that's their last draw, their last match, and have CM Punk back in the title picture as well. Also, we saw Randy Orton defeat Kofi Kingston. I thought that was actually a not half bad match. And with that being said, Randy Orton going into Hell in a Cell to face Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship. And there is a poll for who the special guest referee will be. Here's the thing. The whole special guest referee is totally cliched, and I wish that, they would do something else instead of having a special guest referee. But I can take an exception to this, because what happened was that Booker T, Bob Backlund, and Shawn Michaels were the 3 candidates, and we saw Booker T's promo, talking about, him wanting to be the referee, and this really didn't do anything for me. And when Bob Backlund came out, we all know he's an old school lunatic, and I think that's why he got a lot of votes in the poll. And of course, Shawn Michaels bringing up the fact that he trained Daniel Bryan, as well as his personal relationship with Triple H. And did you notice, right before or after he said that the relationship between him and Daniel Bryan is strictly business. So, you kind of, he kind of foreshadowed him and Triple H maybe butting heads sometime in this story in 3 weeks' time. I think this makes perfect sense for Shawn Michaels to be the guest referee, because, we see Shawn Michaels in that situation before where he was this guest referee in a Hell in a Cell match between Undertaker and Triple H. And what happened was that Shawn Michaels sweet chin music the Undertaker. So who's to say Shawn Michaels will sweet chin music Daniel Bryan? So even though that wouldn't make sense, I think what's going to happen is that this will help Daniel Bryan's career to get the rub off of Shawn Michaels. That will really catapult him into a real top superstar that he kind of is. Even though he's a little bit on a decline, it's not too much, but he's still getting over with the fans. And the way and how long he's been doing that is just been incredible. And it's really hard to keep that momentum for week after week, month after month. During this time in the WWE. So with that being said, I think Shawn Michaels being the guest referee will really help Daniel Bryan's career. And I think with that being said, I think Daniel Bryan will be the one to walk out Hell in a Cell with the WWE Championship. Also, we saw Ricardo Rodriguez defeat the World Heavyweight Champion Alberto Del Rio, only because Alberto Del Rio was caught off guard. I like how he was caught off guard with Vicky Guerrero announcing that his opponent at Hell in a Cell will be John Cena, which I will get to in just a little bit. And with that putting into effect, I like how Ricardo Rodriguez, pulled the victory over Del Rio because it threw him off guard, just like Vicky's announcement. So, in that sense, it made good sense. And here's the thing about John Cena returning so soon. Here's the thing. He's been out for an injury back in 2007, and he came back for the Royal Rumble, and a lot of people really didn't expect him back. So, with that said, he is Super Cena. He can work, and recover fast, and I think that's why they're putting him in that situation that soon. And to face a World Heavyweight Champion in Alberto Del Rio. Alberto Del Rio is a guy right now that I feel that he really needs something. Something for his, superstar status to really, make him important as well. And I think facing John Cena will hopefully do that for Alberto Del Rio. And for the World Heavyweight title itself, I think, this could apply to CM Punk as well as John Cena. John Cena facing Del Rio would probably help the world title itself if John Cena would become victorious in this match, because he can make that championship prestigious and important again, and I think that could be the good way to go in regards to the World Heavyweight Championship itself. So with that being said, let's see what happens going into Hell in a Cell with the world title. And also, that announcement really kind of made a real left turn. It came unexpected, and the WWE right now, at this point, really does stuff unexpected at the very weird moments. And with that being said, I could see John Cena winning the championship only to have Damien Sandow cash in on John Cena the second he wins the title, because it's just another left turn in itself, and you almost kind of expect that in a weird kind of way. So it would make weird sense for WWE to do that. I don't know. It's just one of those things that the WWE tends to do for quite some time now. Also last night, Fandango defeated Zack Ryder, and poor Zack Ryder. This guy just can't get a break anymore. And that's all I have to say about that. And the Real Americans defeated Santino Marella and the Great Khali. I fear the Great Khali in a way that, he's just not there in the ring. At one point in his career, he was the guy that came out and just, cleaned house. He was the big unstoppable force. But now, when the Great Khali is in the ring, it's like there's no one in the ring. So it kind of sucks for him. And for Antonio Cesaro to do that 2 nights in a row, the Giant Swing, absolutely incredible. This guy is strong. Like I said before, push this guy into a big time career boost after what I just saw on Monday Night Raw. This guy can really test his own strength in a way that we haven't seen in a while. He's a great throwback, and I think Antonio Cesaro really needs that push. And also we saw the Wyatt family crash Miz TV. And I feel like, this is a weird turn for the Wyatt family to be targeting these type of superstars, because when they targeted Kane, that felt really great because it was a big, weird guy, much like, the Wyatt family as well. So with that being said, I really don't understand why the WWE is giving the Wyatt family targets such as Kofi Kingston and The Miz. It almost feels like a step back for the Wyatt family. And I think the Wyatt family should target guys like Kane, Undertaker, Mick Foley, guys of that nature that are big and weird characters on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. So at this point, the Wyatt family is losing momentum. And something should be done hopefully soon. Going into Hell in a Cell, I think that the Wyatt family really needs something to work on. And there you have it. That was my review of Monday Night Raw. Let me know if I missed anything. If not, there you have it. To all you viewers watching the MRB show, get plenty of rest and always do your best.